Man, labels are an interesting thing because, you know, artists and creatives don't really like them because they feel like no label could really capture the identity or the soul of who that person is. But at the same time, labels are helpful because when you don't understand something completely, you know, a label or a box helps you compartmentalize that so that you don't have to waste too much brain energy trying to understand the nuance of someone or something. People give us all kinds of labels, and I think it's because, especially when you've never seen something before, you have to try to categorize it somehow so it processes in your brain. And so, you know, people put labels on stuff, and you know, I stopped caring about the labels for real. The question I always ask is like, do you like the music? You know, is the music good? Because at the end of the day, I'm an artist, I'm a musician, and I want my music to connect with as many people as possible. That's why I'm not afraid to go stand in front of a room of white evangelical Trump supporters and then be able to go to downtown Chicago and go rap in the hood. Like, it doesn't bother me. I want my music to serve as many people as possible. Yeah, that's my ultimate response to it, is like, is the music good? If you mess with the music, you do, you don't. I just don't like when labels inhibit people from enjoying something. You know, for example, like, I think anytime you are categorized by your race, gender, or religion first, we know that those things are intrinsically wrong, right? Like, I never loved the title like female rapper, because what it does in my mind is perpetuates this idea of otherness. Like, you're not a part of hip hop, you're like this other thing. And it's like, you look back through the course of time, it's like they've been there the whole time. Though they are the minority, in some ways, by putting a title in front of it, Christian rapper, female rapper, whatever it is, I think it kind of says you're not welcome completely. In other professions, we don't do that. You know, we don't be like Muslim doctor, you know, or whatever it is, because it's just like, why would you say that? You know, are you trying to marginalize me? You know, that'd be a lawsuit, like, straight up, if you're like Muslim doctor, you know, because, you know, you're not supposed to lead off with race, gender, or religion, because it perpetuates that otherness. Yeah, it's a long conversation, it's a big convo, people have had it a million times, but where I land is like, make the best art you can and put it out, and people gonna mess with it. I mean, look at Chance, you know. He's doing the records, he's singing literally Christian contemporary worship songs. How great is our God? You know, and then mixing it with rap, and people are just like, I don't know what to do with this. But the music's good, so I don't care anymore. I was working on that song, Paisano's Wylin, and basically, the whole song was just meant to be something that I sent to my boy Alex to troll him. So I'm in the middle of working on an album. You know, sometimes I just write these ridiculous verses and send them over to him, be like, yo, this is fire, check this out. Like, just trying to mess with him and see what he says. So I freestyled the whole verse, the whole first verse, just put on the mic. I thought it'd be funny. I send it over to him like, yo, best verse I ever wrote in my life. And basically, as I'm freestyling, I was like I'm Tupac, like I'm Chewbacca, right? Like, just completely clowning. Anyway, I send it over to my man Alex Medina. He's the one who made the beat. And I was like, yo, most fire verse I ever wrote in my life. Just, you know, joking. And he immediately he calls me. He's like, yo, that joint is hard. And he actually liked it. It was funny. It was kind of swaggy, but it was just totally a joke. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna build the record off of that. And so that like I'm Chewbacca line was just out of stupidity and out of just silliness, right? And it ended up just becoming a thing. Like, I remember I had a show in Boston a few nights later, and so I brought the demo up there, and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna play y'all this new joint, and the crowd went nuts. So I was like, yo, I gotta drop this record. You know, people have showed up in Chewbacca masks or, you know, at shows or whatever, and it's weird, man. You mentioned like one little thing in a record, you know, it's something that people connect with, and they run with it all the way. So yeah, I mean, they're always done so well, so high quality, and then the visuals are always stunning in the Star Wars stuff. So even if you're like, man, this storyline is like 15 episodes deep, you're still like, all right, let's go see it, you know what I mean? But I'm lost at this point where the storyline is. It's like the prequel to the sequel to the post-prequel thing, so I don't even know what's happening. I just show up and enjoy them. What's coming up next for me is gonna actually be 2 music projects for this year. So one of them is gonna be a mixtape for the summer, and one of them is gonna be a drop for the fall. And so that's the game plan now. could change in a week, but you know, that's what we're working on. Ultimately, Minor League is, I think, the next phase of my life and career. It's a production company, essentially, that looks to create incredible products and art to put into the world. Like the idea of mining, coal mining, is that they would go into the treacherous and to the dark areas to pull out the gold, you know, and the coal and the diamonds. And so that's what we do as artists, is we go into the depths and pull out the treasure, the beauty of life, and we give it to people. So Minor League is a collective of artists who look to do that. And you know, I signed 2 artists right now, Words Played, and he dropped his record Clown Town, and I got a mixtape coming with him. And then a new girl, her name is Willow Stevens. Willow and the Robbery is her group, and she's got an incredible approach and this crazy smoky voice that you just wouldn't imagine would come out of that body, you know. Yeah, just helping other creatives get their art and their creativity into the world, and give them a voice, a platform to springboard them. So that's what Minor League is.